What's your journey been like? Going here from West Georgia, working in the linebacker rotation.
It's truly been a blessing. I tell people all the time, like, I'm very thankful for this opportunity. Coming from my background, I'm just very thankful to be here. Like I said, I'm just so grateful to be here.
How did that go? How did you arrive here?
So, just hard work and effort. That's one thing that I'm about. That's one of my morals, is just working hard, proving myself, and that's really been paying off for me at the end of the day.
What did you like about Georgia State?
It's home. I feel like home because I'm from here. So, closer to my family, and I got a lot of support here as well.
What's it like being in the linebacker role with just like a patch of dog?
Man, it's nothing but love. We got a lot of guys in the linebacker room that is like very talented, and they push me pretty much every day. And I'm so thankful for them, because without them, I wouldn't be getting better each and every day. So.
How did you approach the bye week? Did you go home? Did you want to stay on campus? How did you approach this week off?
I was able to spend time with my family a little bit, but more so this week. Well, I'm sorry, last week was more so of just working on fundamentals, getting my technique right, as well as the team. And, going into this week, just game planning going into Georgia Southern.
What did you take away from your observations of the team, having time to review the first few games, and where do you think the defense is at right now?
We on to a good start. Like I said, coming off of a bye week, we was able to focus on us. And now since we are in game plan, the execution has been progressing. We've been making a lot of progress, and by the time game day comes, we'll be ready.
Coach talk about eye discipline and how important it was against Vanderbilt because of that quarterback that he was doing. Won't be the same thing this week, but there'll be some of that. How do you describe eye discipline?
Eye discipline is just looking at the right things at the right times. Don't get too caught up in all the emotions and shifts and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, we got something in our playbook to line up to something. So as long as we just communicate as a whole on defense, it will be good.
That's the key, communication.
Yes, sir.
You seem to be around the ball a lot. Is that something that's always part of your DNA, or how does that come about?
Effort. That's one thing that I told myself I was going to do prior to coming here, was just just run to the ball. Because when I first got here, I didn't really know anything, new system. So that was one of the main things that I graded in me, was to run to the ball no matter what.
You did that all the time at West Georgia. I know it was tough being that shorter and not playing, especially when you get hurt, and then dealing with like the COVID year, restricted and everything. But you led them to the first team, go side, and you know how to fly to the ball now. But like Coach talked about, like, your why. You can see it all in the film whenever you're playing. Like, what is your why?
So one of my biggest whys, I recently lost my pops. I love him to death. I lost him on this past New Year's Eve, and that's been one of my true meanings of my why. My family as well, and it's like, as y'all can tell, what I'm talking about is my family. So I go hard for them. I go hard for my pops. I remember my first game of the season, we played Georgia Tech, man. I ain't gonna lie, I was out there, I hit the field, I started crying because I was so blessed and thankful, and who I'm doing it for. And at the end of the game, a lot of my teammates, they came up to me and was like, man, like, I felt your passion out there. So, that's one of my biggest whys. And still to this day, I'm still going hard for my pops. I love him. Tough guy.
Know anybody in other teams you don't face this weekend?
No, sir. We do got an Atlanta native, TJ, I believe. Familiar. We was in the same conference, or we was in the same region in high school. Yeah, Taj. Yeah.
How is it, Coach Shearer kind of makes turnovers an emphasis for the defense? How is it being on a unit that kind of wants to be making those kind of plays all the time?
That's one of our biggest things. Just getting that ball out, emphasizing turnovers, because the more turnovers that we have, the more opportunities we create for the offense. So that's one of our biggest priorities. That's one of our biggest musts going into this week. You know, he definitely emphasized, you know, shooting at the ball, getting interceptions, you know, tips and overthrows. We need those as for the DBs. So that's one thing that we've been preaching on this week.
What was it like the Vanderbilt game? You get that the very first hit, the game, turnover, right?
Man, you know, that game, it was a big game, you know, upset. You know, I told them guys, man, like we can compete with anybody in the conference, no matter who it is, you know. And that's one thing that we did was competing. And once you start getting turnovers, man, we just knew prior to the game as well, like we had energy. So we knew that, like, as long as we execute, the game is in our hands. Just control what we control.
Ultimately, for this week, I know Georgia Southern has a lot of talent on their offense. French, Burgess, Jalen White. It's a lot. They battle tested at Ole Miss. But what have you seen from them on film that, like, y'all really been keying in, like, in the meetings and in practice so far?
Well, I would say, you know, they are a good team. Like you mentioned, they have played two big schools, which was Ole Miss and Boise State. You know, they good. You know, they gave them a good fight. Just going into this week, you know, our emphasis is, you know, start to run, you know, the pass as well. You know, just pretty much do our thing, execute the game plan. They got good guys all across the board, and we do as well. So, you know, as long as we just do our part, then we good.
Are you looking forward to the start of Sun Belt Conference play?
Well, I'm definitely excited. You know, I get a taste to see what the Sun Belt is like. So I'm definitely excited for it.
Are you familiar with the Southern State rivalry very much?
Yeah, I'm familiar with it. You know, but this week we're not really getting too, you know, tuned into the, you know, the rivalry and stuff like that. You know, we more so worried about us. You know, we got a theme of do not disturb. You know, don't really worry about it outside because, you know, we can't get distracted. So as long as we just worry about us, then, you know, everything will pay off at the end of the day.
What's the message to the Southern section? You know you don't get down there.
You know, just make some noise. You know, just make some noise. That's really about it. You know, just support us, and you know, we thank the student section.